Sleep is one of the most important parts of your infant's daily life, and soft fabric is a great way to ensure that they get the best night's sleep possible. So when I learned that Kyte Baby's incredible sleep bags were made out of bamboo of all things, I had to find out how this process is done. I sat down with Ying, the owner of Kyte Baby, to find out how this amazing sleep solution is created. Stick around to find out.
Kyte Baby was started 10 years ago because my daughter had chronic eczema. She had very sensitive and itchy skin. At night, she just wouldn't stop pulling at her pajama because she was overheating, she was itchy, and I did a lot of research. And I found out that bamboo was the only fabric that wouldn't irritate her skin and overheat her at night, so I decided to have our own bamboo PJ company. And bamboo is fantastic fabric because it's super soft, literally buttery soft, but it also is antimicrobial, it's hypoallergenic, it doesn't irritate sensitive skin. It's 3 degrees cooler than cotton, so it really doesn't overheat their skin, but it's also a very sustainable resource. It doesn't require as much water, way less water to grow than cotton. It grows 3 feet a day, and it doesn't require any pesticide in the growing of it. So it's a perfect material for baby's pajama. We launch big seasonal collections a few times a year, and usually for those big seasonal collections, we would have a theme. It's usually about a natural habitat. Sometimes it's about a country, sometimes it's about a certain culture. And for 2024, we decided to do a collection about Japan. I saw these beautiful, muted, sophisticated colors and also prints that reflected the culture, the animals, and the plants that are related to that country. So we came back and I just, had my palette in mind. I had those colors of like the muted purple and the blue and the greens in mind, and I picked those colors first. And then I decided to take those colors and apply them to the prints. So when you think about Japan, there's so much culture behind it. There's so much plants and animal that we can, work with. So we came up with cherry blossom, the koi fish, and the waves painting. The very famous wave painting also inspired one of our prints. Oftentimes I would, present the swatches from the dyeing factory. The factory gave us a little swatch, and then I would present them to Kyte Club or Instagram on stories, and we would have a little question box and people would be giving us suggestions. I'm always amazed by the imagination and the creativity of our audience, and it always makes our prints, our storytelling so much more interesting because it's a grassroots effort, and it has all the wisdoms from our great kite community. I do like painting. I paint myself. I enjoy so much the process of, the blank canvas, and you just, sky is the limit, right? How you position your objects and colors. And so I enjoy that part, and we come up with a rough idea of how the colors and the placement of the elements would be. And then I have a team of illustrators that would help me digitalize it and turn it into something that can be, put out in a film and put on the machine and print on a roll of fabric. But a lot of times we start with a little sketch. Sometimes it's just a little crayon. Sometimes it's like a full canvas paint. It depends on the complexity and the nature of the print. Sometimes things are a little bit more simple. That can be as simple as just like a few lines and a few crayon drawings. For 2024, my favorite one is absolutely cherry blossom. But then in the past, I've always liked magnolia. I feel like I'm attracted to a lot of these floral prints because they're so pretty. They're so complex and elaborate. I love our floral prints. All Kyte Baby products are manufactured in a family-owned business. My aunt Ling, she has owned the garment factory for a long, long time. They've grown into a factory that only works for Kyte Baby. So everything is manufactured in a factory that we have a close relationship with. When we have a particular design, we would send them a computer file, and they would produce these big films that are, I don't know, maybe 6 foot wide, and they put them on the machine, and we start printing the fabric. So everything that we produce is custom milled, so the fabric is custom designed, and then the prints is also custom designed, and we use the process called screen printing, and that means all the colors that you see is from the fabric itself, and we try to minimize the area that we needed to print, and we always try to have them print one color after another. So this is more kind of traditional way of printing a fabric. Nowadays you have a lot of digital print. Digital print means they have to go through, like a printer. They would print the background color as well as the print together, but the only problem with that, it used a lot of paint, and the feel of the fabric is not as soft as the way we do it in the silk screening process. The factory would take the film of our design and then just apply them to the machine, and it applies one color after another. It's harvested in China, and then they get processed and softened, and then got spun into rayon of bamboo, and that retains the softness of the bamboo, but also spun into something that is a fabric that has like the stretchiness, that has the function of a fabric that can be worn as a piece of clothing. Sleep bag is our best seller, but we also manufacture clothing and taller PJs and accessories and blankets and all that. So everything is made in China. They get packaged, they get labeled, and they get boxed, and they go onto a container, and they get sailed across the ocean, and they arrive at our distribution center in Texas. We sort them by colors and by sizes, and once the order hits our system, and we would send them out with the pickers, and they would go after the instruction on the handheld, and they start picking the order and fulfill the customer's orders. So all Kyte Baby fabric is custom milled. That means we design what composition goes into the fabric. We're very adamant about having the best quality of bamboo in our ingredient. So there's different types of bamboo out there. It's actually, when you look at a bamboo plant, what is outside is typically harder, and when it's in the middle of the bamboo shoot and at the top of it is softer, and there are different grades of them. So we go out of our way to source the best quality and the softest part of the bamboo. They're usually more expensive, but we get those as our ingredients and put them into our custom milled. And we also try to maintain as high a content of bamboo as possible. So ours is 97% bamboo and 3% spandex. You can't have 100% because you do need the spandex to weave them together so that it's performance and it's durable. But we really try to keep a higher content of bamboo. And also we put in a lot of weight in the fabric. And the result of that is that our fabric is typically much softer and it's thicker. And when you stretch it out, if you compare what's on the market, ours is by far the softest and the most durable out there. So we're very proud of our bamboo fabric. And since then, people have given us feedback of wanting different texture and different types of bamboo. So we have introduced our bamboo jersey. Our ribbed bamboo is fantastic. It's really thick, but at the same time, still buttery soft and stretchy. It's perfect for fall and winter. And then we also have our bamboo terry, which is like a towel. It's 500 grams of bamboo goodness there. We also have our bamboo knit. So yeah, it's been a great process, and then we've created a family of great bamboo fabric.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon. We release videos every Friday, so come back for more exclusive Kyte Baby content. And tell us in the comments what was the most surprising thing that you learned from this video. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.